Yo, what's going on, people? It's the man with the plan, the host with the most, the one that puts the butter on your toast. UTX the prophecy. Honestly, ain't no stopping me. And on this Xbox, ain't nobody as hot as me. As you can see right now, your boy's playing 2K11 again in my franchise, in my D League, on my new series. From rags to riches. He got me. I wanna give a huge shout out to Scooter Leeds for making my intro. He made me a few actual intros that is gonna be hot. Can't wait till you guys see these new intros. And shout outs to Chris Ballin for coming up with the name Rags to Riches. Had to give him a shout out for that because he left a comment on my last video saying, yo, you in the D League trying to go from rags to riches. So I decided to call this series From Rags to Riches, because it's actually true, you know, from making no money in the D League to making all the money in the NBA. That's all I plan on doing, and I'm about to get ready to do this because you already know what's going on. One thing with my player, and I still don't understand why they keep subbing me in at small forward, is really annoying, because I mean, I understand that I'm 6'6", and I guess with great height comes great responsibility, I guess. So they keep subbing me in at 6'6", and as you see, I am not starting on my player yet. I don't know why I thought I was a beast. I was just gonna start from game one, but apparently not. But I do get rebounds like nothing, so that's what I plan on doing. That's what I bring to you, and I always go straight to the rim and get that and one. You already should know how I get down. For those of you that are wondering and or do not know, I'm using Dwayne Wade's jump shot, Carmelo Anthony's free throws. I love Melo's free throws because it's really quick, and Dwayne Wade's jump shot is really pure, and it's almost as pure as Michael Jordan's. And I'm not really saying that he's better than Jordan. I just, in this game 2K11, his jump shot is pure like Michael Jordan's. So that's why I gotta use it. So today I kind of want to talk more about what I expect on 2K12, because I kind of got into a little bit of discussion about that on my last 2K video, but I didn't really get to explain everything that I wanted to say. I want to start off by saying that either way it goes, if I'm a 2K fan, I'm gonna get 2K, hands down. But are there things that I want them to change? Of course. I think they can make the dribbling a little bit better, give us way more dribbling moves, maybe even give us the option to create our own dribbling move. I want a complete control over running plays, meaning I don't want the coach telling me to run plays. I understand that does make it a little bit more realistic because the coaches do tell you to run plays, but if you're going to tell us to run plays, tell us to run more than that same play. If you notice, they always seem to make you run that same play, 13 fade or whatever play that they have you on, or whatever team you're on. They always make you run the same exact play over and over and over, and I'm tired of that. Another thing with creating your own crossovers is I kind of want to see a better movement as far as dribbling goes, because some of the dribbling seems kind of fake. And if you think about it, if you can create your own dribbling moves, no one would ever have the same thing, you know. So you'd be able to cross people your own way every single time and have fun doing it. That's just, you know, my opinion as far as dribbling goes. Dunks, I want to see way more dunks, because there's been way more dunks that people do that they don't incorporate. More or less, I'd actually rather, instead of dunks, I want to see more layups, because J.R. Smith does 360 layups on a daily basis. I've seen a lot of people do 360 layups. I've seen a lot of better, excuse me, that doesn't make sense. I've seen a lot better layups than what they're offering us for right now. And I just think that with what we have and how many different layups that they have, we should be able to do that. I also want to see a more of a story mode, and I talked about this a few times, as far as I understand that it's just a game and it's kind of hard to incorporate a big story mode, especially in a basketball franchise. But when you take a look at games in the past, like NBA Ballers, if you don't remember, there's the one with Stephon Marbury was on the cover. It had an actual story mode to it. You know, you came from this neighborhood trying to get rich, basically, and make it in the world. And you got sponsorships. You got paid for those sponsorships. You could buy cars. You could buy a house. You could buy jewelry. You can basically create your own atmosphere. I want to be able to, maybe if I want to wear jewelry or change my outfit, instead of walking in the intro with the same damn suit, that brown and red tie suit, that's ugly, it's hideous. I would never wear that. If I'm going to wear a suit, it's going to be a black on white, make it a crime with a pink tie. You know what I'm saying? Stay styling on them. But you can't do that. I also think it would be cool to not necessarily have your own crib. You know, that would be really hot. That'd be futuristic stuff. But to be able to actually go into my locker, you know, maybe go before the game talks, walk around with my character and actually talk to my teammates. You know, give them a pet talk, walk up to them, say, man, let's go, good game, look out for the pass, watch me, I'm going to be open, he's not going to be able to guard me, I'm good, I'm going straight to the rim all day. These are things that 2K can learn from. You know, maybe have my own little room as far as accomplishments go. Like when I get Rookie of the Year, yeah, it's a nice little trophy, but where does that trophy go? It goes nowhere. I want to be able to store that trophy somewhere. I want people in my locker room and my teammates to be like, wow, you did a good job getting Rookie of the Year. I want people to acknowledge the fact that I got these awards. If I get MVP, I don't necessarily need a parade, but I do want some kind of recognition. You know, the announcers, I think, say, you know, congratulations, he has MVP or something like that. I just think that it could be a lot more. You feel me? I understand 2K, and let me start off by saying I'm not trying to say that my opinions are the best, the absolute. I'm just giving you my thought on what they can do to enhance the gameplay, because either way it goes, people are going to play it anyway. Like, here's an idea I had. Before you go to the NBA, you should play 4 games of college game, you know, the Final Four. You should be able to, you know, go to whatever team you want to be on, whatever your home team is, or whatever team you want to go on, and you should be able to play the Final 4 games. And out of those Final 4 games, that should determine the placement that you are in, as far as getting drafted. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no other really way to explain it other than the fact that instead of doing the summer circuit that determines who you are and who you get drafted, because you're in the summer circuit, no one even knows who you are. You know, what is a summer circuit? You should already have to have been something. The summer circuit is for college players, you know, go in there and have a good time in the summer. That doesn't determine the placement that you get drafted to. That's just, you know, having fun. I think also what would be hot in 2K is if they incorporated the dunk contest and the 3-point contest in the actual season of your My Player. If they draft you to the dunk contest, then you should be able to do the dunk contest or the 3-point contest or whatever it is that you choose that they pick you in. I think that they should reward you with things like that instead of putting it in a game mode option where you're not ever going to do it. And 2K, maybe there hasn't been a 2K that's done that. I want to say 2K10 did that, but I don't think that did it either. I can't think of one. You know what also would be hot is if 2K12 released a draft combine. And there was no other way I could play that. That's the only way I could do that. Maybe if 2K12 had a draft combine, you could build your player up before you get them drafted. Yo, this is your boy UTX The Prophecy, coming at you guys with some words and some wisdoms. Holla at me, follow me on Twitter. Do whatever you gotta do, man. Show me some love, sub if you want to, comment. I don't care. Just doing this for fun, you know. You dig?